This is a story for those who wish that they could truly read between the lines of the book they were reading and see the world of the story through the eyes of the author. For those who wish that they could make nonfiction from fiction. For those who wish that dreams were true. This is a story of a group of wayward friends who came together from the far reaches of two worlds to come together and to help make dreams reality. This is Hazeltown Story. Hello and welcome to Hazeltown Story episode 12. We are at the second episode of Every Breath You Take arc. So if you are not caught up with this particular arc, you can either go back and listen to the full thing, or you can just know that basically the gist is of this particular, or of what everyone is trying to do, is that Theron is curious about how powerful those magic lenses, that basically those sensing orbs from the first arc, how powerful they are. So we are on a trip to the Sapphire Lakes National Park in order to basically plant them several places and see exactly what they can all pick up. So we are continuing back at the park after we have had a few successful plants. And yeah, so our party this time consists of Carnival playing as Yuhar. We have Deathmaster 780 as Bobby, and we have TorpidTypist, continuing to play as Iravia. So that's pretty much what you need to know. Nothing special on this kind of front. So yeah, I think we're good to just kind of shoot you over to the episode now. Torpo, you are going to the feeding area, which you kind of walk along the trail. You run into Cass, who is putting up his orb. He is climbing a tree a little bit higher, so he does have. You just kind of pass by him while he is up high in a tree.
Having fun up there?
Yep. Getting good. Like, I got one up already. We should get one up. This one up shortly. So, yeah. And basically, he just continues trying to get in there. So you walk over to the feeding area, and basically, it is just kind of this large circle that is in the middle of the forest, and you kind of are just sitting there. There are several troughs, that basically troughs and bird feeders that if there were seed, you could, would probably attract animals, but there really isn't anything because it's not really. There is seed in the feeder, which there are a couple birds on there, but nothing in the trough. There's no animals there. So you see that
Man,
there are
for a place
plenty of.
called the feeding area, this is fucking empty.
Well, it's in the middle of the day. They haven't put things up to kind of get that. It is also pretty gated so that people just can't walk over, so that the animals would approach from the side, and it'd be pretty safe. But there are plenty of trees for you to pick from, and ones that are like pretty high.
I want the tallest one.
Okay, so you come across a pretty tall tree, and you start to climb it. So give me athletics check. Let's call this one a hard. So
Athletics. Okay.
3 greens versus 3 purples.
Yeah, I need to take out an extra purple. You know what? For laughs, I'm gonna use a story point to turn one of these greens into a yellow, right?
All right,
As a joke. Let's see what I get.
that triumph. That is a triumph. Okay,
Nice.
so here's how that's going to work. You get up there, and you get up as high as you possibly can. You get up, and you are ecstatic that you get up there, and you over in the distance, um, you give a pretty good look up there, and you plop the thing in there, and you are cheering to yourself, and basically like making like you have your legs wrapped around this tree, and you are basically just pumping your hand up in the air. Incredibly noticeable that you are up there. Um, from there, as you are getting up there, you actually hear something. You hear uh, you hear the sound of a guitar that is playing in the distance. It is playing pretty well. You can't quite tell what is playing, but it is playing fairly well. But then all of a sudden, when you get up there, you hear it stop, and basically, um, you don't make any mind of it, and you start to climb back down. And basically,
Actually,
uh,
can I take a second to bask in my victory and just take in the view for a little bit up there?
sure. How about make a perception check?
Okay. It's just Iravia needs this. Perception, perception, perception. Okay, what am I rolling against?
You are rolling. Let's since you're pretty high up. Let's call that a. Uh, you don't really have. You're not really looking for anything in particular. Let's just call it an easy.
Hmm, 3 successes.
Okay. So you take a view, over there, and you kind of, get a good look, um, over in the distance. Um, you kind of see, have a very good look at the park, and you see that it is very heavily wooded. You see all the areas that you, carved out, and you see kind of like pretty good spots that you could, have a good view of the park. Um, one thing you also happen to notice is kind of by the like you see like there is a clearing kind of where you are at. The thing is you are looking over at the lake, kind of where you actually see uh Yuhar rowing back to the other side of the lake.
Hmm.
But you kind of look a little bit forward and you see a pretty you kind of see a clearing. And you kind of remember from the map that was like, I don't remember seeing that clearing over there. So that is something you notice. But it's you just kind of like, oh, huh. And then you start to climb back down.
Mental note for later. For now, it's
Yes.
speeding.
So
Oh,
yes.
also getting down this fucking tree.
Yeah. So I am gonna say that you get down the tree as well. Um or actually, how about this? Do another athletics check. Let's just call this one let's call this one medium.
Yeah, okay. Spin to win.
Okay.
3 successes with an advantage.
So you climb down uh pretty fast, and you are actually able to kind of hop off and just kind of land on your feet perfectly. Where if you had strain, you would be able to recover extra strain from that, but you don't have strain, so you're fine.
Because I'm amazing.
Yeah. Um. So as you are just kind of dusting yourself off from there, you happen to you see someone come across on this path actually towards you. And you see that he has on his back the guitar. You happen to see that he is wearing a mostly black outfit. But you notice that he is wearing on his on his shoulders, he's kind of wearing he's wearing a not quite a serape, but he's wearing kind of a covering over his shoulders that is very brightly colored. And you see that he is wearing a uh, somewhat of a actually you see that he is he is, let's just say, he is a 6 foot tall rabbit man who is has long braided hair, and you see that he has a guitar on his back. You see that he has a thing of feed in his hand, and he's looking to like he's probably trying to feed, and he kind of walks into the area and notices you, and
Y-
he basically kind of raises his hand. He's like, "Oh, hey, hi there. Wasn't expecting anyone over here."
I mean, neither was I. This place is pretty empty.
Yeah, it's not really that full at this time. Kind of unfortunate. This is a very beautiful lake. in a very beautiful park.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I gotta. I was just about to just on a little break, and I gotta get some of this feed in. Just kind of take a look around. And is that you up on big tall one?
Yes.
That's a pretty big feat up there to get
Damn
up there.
fucking straight.
Yeah, not many people get up there. It's not exactly the safest thing out there.
Who gives
Uh,
a
you,
shit
can-
about safety?
uh, I do. You just kind of you kind of give him another glance over, and you notice that on his on his kind of his the front of his shirt, you see a badge that is
Oh
the
no, a
uh
rent-a-cop.
you see the D-Pass logo on his badge. He's like, yeah, that's pretty high up there. That'd be a pretty nasty fall if you were to fall.
Well, I didn't fall.
That's good. It saves me some trouble. What are you
Saves
doing
me
up
some
there?
trouble too. Taking in the view, honestly. It's very pretty up there.
It is pretty up there. Not many people get that. Kind of wish that we had a more of a tower there. I think they're planning on putting that in the council to build one up. I still feel like we should have one. It's pretty. Yeah, it's the hills. You can get a good view of like in your amphitheater or by the lake. But it would be nice to have something in the center.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, there's a weird clearing near the lake too.
Clearing.
Yeah, clearing.
Huh.
I thought a rent-a-cop like you would know about it.
Well, it was- he just kind of looks at it for a second and is like, "Well, I look like probably need to take a look over there. There shouldn't be any clearing."
There was definitely a clearing. My eyes are fantastic, I will have you know.
Yeah, I'll take a look at that. So,
You do that, champ.
yeah, I'll see you later.
Goodbye.
And you see him walk off back in the direction you came from.
Now back to work.
All right, so you going to attempt again, or
I will attempt again. Fuck it.
with a different tree that is not as high?
Not as high. An inferior tree. I already proved my point to nature. That
All
is my
right.
bitch.
Okay. Have that roll. Basically, do the same roll again. It's going to be a hard. Eight. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking hitched for a second. Always does that when I'm rolling for some weird reason.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, uh,
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
No!
Okay, so you try and climb up there, but you try and climb, but you kind of get stuck halfway through. Like you're not like you try and like grapple on some, but you can't find anything to grapple on.
God damn it.
So
I
let's
blew my
just
load too early.
let's see. Trying to think of what can I call or what to do about that. Um, let's see. Um, what do we got to work with? How about um make a survival check for me?
Oh, jeez. I don't remember my survival being that good. Actually, it's okay-ish.
I mean, it's cunning, so it's two, right? Two greens.
Yeah. No, it's one yellow and one green.
Okay.
The choice of being, yeah.
Oh,
What?
right, yeah. Because I forgot that's part of your career.
Uh,
Let's see. That would be, let's say average. So two.
spin to win.
Okay. So you happen to uh you basically manage to find a place where you can kind of grapple with that, and you kind of are shaking off, and you basically get stuck in another thing, which leads you to get stuck in another thing. So take hold on, we need to figure out okay. um you basically try and figure out like you just keep on getting stuck.
Hmm.
And let me figure out what. How are we going to spend those threats? And that threat by.
Also, there is currently a success baked into the table.
Okay, yeah, let's. Oh, is it this one? Okay, it's that one. Okay,
So it was 2 successes and 3 threats, but I just figured I was like,
it's not gonna matter much.
yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure because I was like, for some weird reason, there's one more success than there should be.
Let's see. Um, you basically, so basically, keep on getting. You basically try and find a foothold, but you keep on getting stuck repeatedly. So you take 2 strain
Mm-hmm.
of just getting annoyed at this tree. Um, and also the next check, you're gonna have a setback die.
Oh my god.
Uh, but since you're halfway through the tree, it's not gonna be that much of an athletics check. So it is going to be um basically do another athletics check, but average with 1 setback die.
Oh, this is gonna suck ass. Let's see. Setback. It's a challenge. That's setback. 2 successes with 2 threats.
Okay, so you get up there and you put another orb up there. And basically, rather than succeed, you're too pissed off to kind of celebrate. So you then immediately get back down. Um, with basically you kind of are able to put it in and you get back down and you just kind of get off of a huff. And basically, um, you see you get back down and you dust yourself off. And that also standing there is that same person.
Without even noticing, I'm gonna punch that fucking tree.
Uh okay.
Out of anger. An angry punch.
Uh
Don't need to roll, but
let's see. I'm going to give that, let's see. Um um do a, you know what, just for funsies, do a formidable brawl check.
what's formidable?
That is 5 purple.
Holy shit. Let's do it. Part of me is almost tempted to spend a story point just to make that 3 yellows.
There. There you go.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. So you spend that story point.
Oh yeah,
Uh
I should do that
well,
before I roll.
here, I just flipped it.
Okay, let me.
Here's the thing, I'm also gonna flip it back. One of these is turning into a red.
You son of a bitch! Betrayal! I have a red actually next to me, but okay.
There. That's my addition to this roll.
Such betrayal.
God.
Hey, look what's in there.
You've still failed though.
Son of a bitch!
So basically you punch the tree, um, but you don't hurt yourself. Like, you don't do anything to the tree, uh, but you don't manage to break your hand in the process. Because these are thick trees. And then
Two
basically,
C's.
yes. And then the person the same uh gentleman is standing there. Is like, I don't think that's going to do anything to that tree. These trees are pretty sturdy.
Yeah, well, fuck that tree. It's an asshole.
Yeah, probably might be a good time to call it quits then.
It's you know what? Yeah, I'm fucking done. Fuck this tree. And she just spits on it.
He just kind of like stands there.
So are you back?
Well, I heard you making noise, so I wanted to make sure that you didn't hurt yourself.
I didn't. I didn't, except for my pride.
Well, I can't do anything about that. I won't tell
Okay.
anyone, I swear.
You better not, or else I'll kick your ass.
He just kind of shrugs his shoulders like, okay.
I'll hit you like I hit that tree, but more.
He just kind of stands there and smiles. And is
Well,
like,
mm,
I was like, well, I guess have a good day. Make
you
sure not to hurt
too.
yourself.
No guarantees, but have fun, Rent-A-Cop.
Well, we'll be by if you need us.
I won't.
Okay.
She waves goodbye as she leaves.
Okay. And he also waves goodbye. Uh
What a kind person.
okay. So I guess that brings us back to Bobby. Um so you are heading over to the other side of the tree. or basically the other side of the amphitheater, with the tree. Um, so, um, basically, you and John, basically are heading over to basically the other thing, and basically, uh, basically you go back to that tree that you found, and he's like, "All right, I take it you want me to get up there and put it in there."
Sure do.
All
Go
right,
get him, big man.
all right. Okay, so that was a medium difficulty with, let's just call it 2 yellows and a green. Unsuccessful, 1 threat. Okay, so he gets up there and he is able to put it into the tree. Kind of gets stuck in there as well a little bit, but nothing major. But he puts it in and kind of climbs back down. Uh, well, looks like we're pretty good at this point. We got our orbs in there.
Glad to hear it.
All right. Well, he just kind of looks over. He's like, well, I guess that we're probably good. We got a couple. I know they didn't say we need a whole lot. Um, okay, so I guess we can just kind of head over and see if we can find the others.
Sure. Let's go find Radia. See how
Okay.
she's doing.
Okay. Um, you kind of walk over and you kind of there is a kind of a concession stand area that looks like if there was a concert or something going on, that there would be like stands that would have like food and all that. And also there's like a little small building that it serves as like a welcome area.
Are any of the concession stands open?
They are not.
Ah,
There are some like vending machines though, which you see that she is kind of sitting on kind of at kind of a table that she is fiddling with something in, like she is fiddling with some gadget, and you just see her kind of sitting by herself at the table. Or and actually, with that, you kind of see her and you see her wave, and
Bobby,
I guess you walk over.
Bobby strides up and sits down at the table and says, "All done, boss."
All right. I'll just let everyone know, and you see or you hear her talking to the walkie-talkie. All right. It looks like John and Bobby are done. So there's one part of us down. How you doing, Cass? And then Cass just speaks, or Elspeth is like, "Yeah, I got mine up. I'm gonna head back as well."
Uh,
Saying basically he comes over, or he doesn't come. Like you don't hear anything back. Um, so basically, she'll say, um, "All right, Iravia, how are you doing?"
I mean, they're done.
All right, we're at the kind of the welcome center plaza.
Okay.
And then it also goes to Yuhar. Yuhar, what's your status?
I'm done. I'm just rowing off. Rowing back to the boat rental.
Okay, and then you basically okay. So I take it. Iravia, are you heading back?
Fuck no, I'm going to that clearing.
Okay,
Actually, no, I'm going back because I want to see if there are any orbs left.
okay. Um, you okay. So I gotta start to head back.
Yeah.
Yuhar. So you put one in the clearing. There is also some other areas. Did you want to put one into another set of trees?
I guess Yugar will put them into whatever set of trees is nearby the boathouse.
Okay. So okay. I'm not even gonna have you roll for that because I'd imagine that. Well, yeah. Why don't I'm just gonna do a your telepathy roll again.
All right, that works out. Just chuck them in.
Yeah, you got 7 successes.
Hmm.
Yeah, you put it in. You actually managed to get it up really high, and you jam it in real good into a spot that no one's gonna find.
Brain power.
All right, so I guess you all head back. Um, so with that, um, you are all you basically are all at the plaza. and you is like Radio's like, well, it looks like we got them all plugged in. So um, it looks like we have a few extras. So I
Yeah,
guess
I'll
is
take
there
this.
okay? So
Saw something weird, and I wanna figure you guys will pay extra for it.
all right, where'd you see it?
There's a clearing that's not on the map.
Where?
It's over by the lake. I climbed a really big tree and saw everything.
You saw it by the lake?
Yeah,
Just came from over there. What?
you clearly you didn't go to it. Duh.
Is it like that's weird? What like how big of a clearing?
It's pretty big.
All right. Um let's I guess if you want to head over there, go for it. And she
You
hands you.
couldn't stop me even if you tried.
Fair enough. And she just kind of like sits down and just I was like twiddle her thumbs a little bit. Um okay, so I take it that you were going over there. Does anyone want to go with her?
Yuhar is extremely going because they don't. There's some giant clearing that they missed while they were out on the lake. They can't stand for this. They got to see what the fuck went on.
Okay. Uh
Bobby goes and then follows along behind them.
Please stay at least 20 feet back.
okay.
Can do, bud.
All right. I'll actually be right back in 1 second.
So how's everyone doing?
I'm all right.
Basically, the hard drive got some cascading failures. Oh well.
Oh Jesus!
So hopefully, I'll be able to just get some stuff off the old hard drive, and then get a new solid state drive.
All right.
You're
Okay.
welcome back.
I'm back. Yeah, let's see. How long has this session been so far?
It's about like 2 hours.
Well, it looks like I got an hour 50, so probably about an hour and a half I think we've gone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I could not wait until the end of the stream to take care
To
of
not
things. So
explode.
yeah. Okay. So you all head over to the lake and basically you kind of pass by the boat rental and the person standing or attending the stand just kind of waves at you hard and just so you just kind of walk past.
Yuhar gives a wave back, and
Don't
um
make eye contact.
so you all row to the other side of this isle to this kind of weird indent in this lake that is on the other side covered by trees uh and you kind of go across and then you let's see. At first glance, you don't really see any paths through. Like it's just a series of like it's just forest. Like you don't see any like path that would like go over there. So, um does someone want to make a perception check?
What is mine? Mine's a yellow and a green.
Okay.
what
Mine's
is
2 greens.
what's mine? Then,
Perception's cunning.
Oh, right.
Yours
Your-
is 2 green, so I should make it.
Yep. All right. Aravia, make the check.
Yeah. Oh no, it's a blank check. How much average?
Um let's call this a hard check.
Okay, then I'm gonna flip this
All right.
and turn this green to yellow. Just abusing the shit out of story points at this point.
I mean, that's what they're there for.
I love how it hitches as I roll too much.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 successes, 1 advantage. So, you look at the trees, and one of these, you happen to notice a uh, a uh, a mark in it that looks intentional. Like you see a kind of a triangle that's pointed to the left.
I think it says go left.
Um,
What does?
Just Iravia points at the triangle.
Seems like good enough advice for me.
Hmm. After you.
Okay.
Iravia leads the way.
Okay. So you go down this path, and you kind of go somewhere through, and you see that there is an area that looks like it is. There doesn't seem to be any like thing on the ground, or like you don't like you see like the litter on there, like not the litter, but like the fauna like on the ground has been cleaned up a little bit more than other parts in the forest.
Mhm.
Like if you had not seen that thing, you probably wouldn't have noticed it. As you kind of go down, it looks like it has been covered up a little bit, but not quite. Um, and you kind of go down this pass, and you make it to this clearing. And you see that it is, from first glance, you see that it is empty. But you see that it is something that has been cleared out relatively recently. You see dirt holes in places, and you see, um, like you see that it is like things have been moved, but you don't know. Like there's nothing there.
Hmm.
Uh, like you can tell that this clearing is not natural though.
Yeah. I'm gonna look it over more thoroughly.
Okay, give me another perception check.
Average or hard?
Let's call this average.
Oh, net failure.
Okay, so you kind of take over, and you don't really see anything of like you don't see anything major. Like you see some like indentations in the ground, but nothing like that can tell. Oh, hey, this is what something was. Um, but it's still on the case of you can tell that something has happened, or like not something that's happened, but something has made this clearing. But you don't know what for.
Well, Iravia is gonna go find an inconspicuous place to put at least one of these orbs.
All right. Um, Okay, you take an orb and make a average athletics check.
Okay. Spin or win. 2 successes with a threat.
Okay, so you get up there and you um basically you find a place to jam in tree. That you tried to find a like spot that looked like inconspicuous, but you couldn't find a spot that would actually had the thing stick. You did find a spot, but it's not as inconspicuous, but it's still pretty inconspicuous.
Okay. Anyone else gonna do something?
Bobby's going to sit there, light a cigar, and watch.
Why are you even here?
Bobby shrugs. Said, I was told there was money in this. And opportunity.
An
So-
opportunity to do as little as possible.
Yuhar takes out their pistol and just starts kind of walking in the direction of the clearing more.
Okay. Make a uh make a perception check.
All right.
I thought we were
Let's
already in the clear.
No, you were.
I'm
Yeah,
walking
okay.
directly forward, kind of that kind of way.
Also, just
This-
realized on your sheet that, or on Bobby's sheet that
Yeah?
Fucked up.
and like because they've recently released a thing that added new skills that we don't need.
Yeah, I was wondering about those.
Yeah, we don't need aim or craft.
But yeah, the perception roll. That's my
Oh,
2
right,
greens.
right. I forgot that I need to make the roll for you.
No problem.
Let's see. Perception. That would be 2 greens. And I'm gonna also say that's an average. So that is 2 greens versus 2 purple. And here's another 2 purples. You also get 2 successes, 1 threat. So you kind of walk in, and I'm trying to think how to do the threat. So you walk in the area, and you notice, um, you kind of notice on the ground that there are small inconspicuous holes that look like maybe they are the width of like a tent stake, and they are in a square shaped pattern. And you noticed several of these holes.
Okay, Yuhar's gonna call out to everyone. Looks like It looks like we had visitors to this area recently.
No.
Dang, son.
No. Oh, you got me there.
I'm meaning super recently. If you're looking at these, wouldn't be around, wouldn't last more than like at most a couple days.
Okay, but then the question is who and why.
Thank you for listening to Hazeltown Story. If you would like to get updates on this show and many other shows hosted by me, LoloDePuzlo, you can follow at Hazeltown Story on Twitter, and if you would like to get to know me more from a personal standpoint, you can follow my personal Twitter at LoloDePuzlo. If you would like to watch this be recorded live, you can go to twitch.tv/LoloDePuzlo and follow the channel for notifications of when this show, as well as other shows like Retro Rank Rhapsody, are being recorded. If you would like to add this podcast to your podcatcher of choice, you can search for WLDP Hazeltown Radio and find us on most major podcatching search engines. Or you can manually add rss.hazeltown.life to your podcatcher. Thank you for listening, and I hope you come around for the next episode.